Hello, hello, hello YouTube, it's Robbie here, coming back at you with another video. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new Hozier, I think that's how you pronounce it, album, Wasteland, baby! So as a music fan, I'd always sort of admired Hozier from afar. I respected what he did as an artist, but I never really listened to what he did until I listened to Take Me to Church for the first time a couple weeks ago, and it's a really fucking good song. So when I heard he was going to put out a new album, I was super pumped for it. And of course, I want to diversify the music I review on this channel instead of just reviewing metal albums all the time. So I figured it would be nice to listen to this album and say what I have to say about it. The album starts off with a bang right off the bat. The opening track, Nina Cried Power, is possibly my favorite song on the album. A lot of opening tracks to albums, they'll usually have like a fade-in or something. Kind of like starts off sort of ominously. This track doesn't do that. It just gets right to the point, doesn't spend any time fucking around or any of that stuff. Hozier really lets his really beautiful singing voice shine on this track, and for all the rest of the tracks on this album, his voice is both powerful and beautiful, which is nice. Some singers, they have beautiful voices, but they sound really weak and thin. A lot of singers have powerful voices, but they don't really sound all that good. His is sort of the best of both worlds. There's a nice guest appearance here by Mavis Staples, and she really adds a lot to the overall quality of the song here. She definitely has a really beautiful, wonderful voice, which, mixes in nicely with Hozier's voice. I also like how there is some really nice percussion and drum playing on this album, which is something I don't think a lot of artists really give much attention to. The opening track, the aforementioned opening track, has some sweet percussion work, as does the 6th track, To Noise Making, which really makes the song sound better. There's also some cool bass guitar work on here, which, as a bass player, I really like. The opening track, also as well as the 4th track, No Plan, they both have some nice subtle bass playing. It's not too complicated, but it's still, interesting enough to add something of quality to the song without being repetitive. I also like how this album does have a lot of really beautiful background vocals added into there. It really sounds almost ethereal, for lack of a better word, sort of dreamlike and beautiful. Hozier also adds a lot of really nice guitar playing on this album, since he is really skilled at doing that. Some examples of great songs that feature that would be Almost, Nobody, As It Was, and Shrike. Those are all songs that feature really nice guitar playing, which is good because, if you're a folk musician, you're going to have to be good at playing guitar. Otherwise, you don't really have a ton of stuff to show off. Now, having said all that nice stuff about this album, one of my big complaints about this release is that it's sort of one-dimensional. It's a lot of the songs kind of sound the same to me, at least. I mean, I'm not really that accustomed to Hozier's discography, aside from Take Me to Church and a couple other songs off his first album. So maybe I'm just not entirely used to his music yet. But I found myself kind of, wishing he would, do something a bit more upbeat and energetic. And for most time, he just stayed pretty mellow and low-key. And that's good for a little bit, but after a while, it sort of just gets derivative, sort of repetitive, if you catch my drift. Now, even with that in mind, this is still a really good album. It's certainly better than a lot of music that's released nowadays, even if it does have its flaws. I would give it about 7 out of 10. That feels right. Thank you all for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Did you listen to this album? What were your thoughts on it? Be sure to comment down below and, tell me how wrong I was and that I'm an idiot. That's probably just what you're going to do anyways. Be sure to subscribe. I try to upload every week. I don't always follow up on that, but what can you do? See you guys next week. Hopefully.